Jesus, guys, this guy won't stop popping up on every media outlet that I know. But I guess, yeah, something has to change. Something's got to be done about that because that these Epstein files, man, they were horrendous, bro. I rarely have like disgusting moments where I'm really, literally stunned. My family has been through war and military side, and I heard a lot of stories and stuff like that, and there's not a lot of things that really blow me away like when you just tell me things, right? But that, I mean, like that whole story surrounding Epstein, shit, bro. I don't know, man. What is that? And now, look at this. It won't stop at all. Allegations of bodies buried at Epstein's New Mexico ranch from investigation call. Let's be honest, they will come up with nothing. They will come up with probably fucking nothing. Yeah, well,
Documents
let's
related
go.
to Jeffrey Epstein providing more information on the convicted sex offender's crimes. Among the files, claim
Jesus, boys, if they find any bodies there, I mean, like, it's everywhere in the news because like this is like the most important topic right now on this planet, in this universe. I even think in the whole history of humanity. Not even kidding, bro. That is absolutely fucking wild. And I really think they need to get a grip on that. Otherwise, like I think system will fall, countries will collapse, economy will crumble. Like I really think like because pedophiles, murderers, and rapists can get away with their stuff, and like I gotta go to court for the traffic ticket, or I gotta show up there because I did something wrong, and people telling me, or like the whole system telling me if you did something wrong, it's wrong, feel wrong. And these people basically murdering, sacrificing children and left and right and sending them to God, whatever, and people will riot. I'm not for riots at all. I think it's really important that we have peaceful protest. But to change a system that is so corrupt like that, like so disgusting, so satanistic, they don't even hide it anymore at the Olympic ceremonies. What is that? It need to be a violent overhaul. Cannot be peaceful. Mark my words.
bodies are buried near Epstein's Zorro Ranch in Santa Fe County. Tonight, the state land commissioner demanding an investigation.
Of course.
I'm going to keep asking questions and keep poking around until I get an answer.
Fair.
Those coming from an
Never
anonymous
stop.
email in 2019
Never
addressed
stop.
to a local radio host.
Malia Chavez spoke with him and has the details of that email.
Yeah, Doug, Shelley, we're also hearing tonight from the Attorney General's office, who says it takes these allegations seriously, but needs more information to do something about it.
Eddie Aragon says it was early in the morning in November 2019 when he got this email from someone claiming they were a former staffer at Zorro Ranch. Writing, "Did you know somewhere in the hills outside of the Zorro, 2 foreign girls were buried on orders of Jeffrey and Madam G. Both died by strangulation during rough fetish sex."
I got the email. I was startled.
The emailer says they had 7 sex videos.
I mean, like just to hear that. I'm sorry, guys. I was zoomed in. I'm zoned out, but I zoomed in. Can you listen to that story even? I mean, Jesus Christ, not even like sometimes cartels and like other crime syndicates, they have like certain manners. This is out of its world. This is out of its world, man. And it just can't stop. I'm baffled. But in a hella bad way, man.
Videos, including some with minors, but never actually sent the footage, asking Aragon for digital currency Bitcoin.
Every
Approximately at that time.
Sent the footage, asking Aragon.
So blackmail, right? So everybody who kept quiet needs to be publicly hanged. That's my official statement to that. Even if you don't have the courage, there's no such thing. So I feared for my life. My career is over after no buts, no ifs. You had a chance to save children's lives. What is that? That's absolutely disgusting. I'm not a father, bro. I'm not a father, not yet. But I have a dog, and that dog feels like a baby to me. And I would protect him at any cost, right? So I don't even know how a homicidal rage some fathers must be feeling inside of them. Jesus Christ, man. And it won't stop. It's like every other day there's something bigger. I didn't even cover it, but like I think that's a distraction that Vegas biolab that they found in these houses, in that house, the Chinese biolab. I think that is a distraction of the Epstein files, but because imagine like another outbreak. I mean, the other one was a simulation, right? I mean, like, the system has to crumble. I was always on Putin's side. I mean, like, yeah, sure, everybody done bad shit. Everybody, all the leaders, you cannot be 100% top tier in what you're doing. Like, even if I decide to do something, some people will be mad about it. Imagine like a whole fucking nation. You wouldn't believe that, right? So, in concept, like, yeah, you can't get it right for everyone. And Putin always stated like the Western pedophilia and the elite satanistic cannibalism. He always mentioned it. And look, I'm not a firmly believer in God and stuff like that. But if a dark power exists, a good power must be. There must be a good power too, then, right?
Digital currency Bitcoin.
Approximately at that time, Bitcoin was worth about $8,000. They wanted to exchange 1 Bitcoin for the videos that they had in possession.
Aragon says he didn't know what to do with the email, so he sent it to the FBI.
I've since referred to the FBI on a number of other things, and I've never heard back from them on anything.
Fast forward 6 years later, the DOJ released Aragon's email as part of the Epstein files.
Lol. Imagine, bro.
Matters. I think that New Mexicans need answers. I think the victims need answers.
That's
Bro,
what
of
prompted New
course.
Mexico Public Lands Commissioner Stephanie Garcia Richard to send this letter to the Attorney General and the U.S. Attorney's Office Tuesday, asking them to thoroughly investigate this disturbing allegation regarding the referenced burials.
We need to get to the bottom of really what happened in New Mexico.
She says she was horrified to learn in 2019 that our state was still leasing lands around Zorro Ranch to Epstein's company.
I canceled the leases at that time.
A month after Epstein killed himself in jail, the land around the mansion totals around 12.
Don't ever believe that. Don't ever believe that. He's walking freely, enjoying himself on Fortnite, getting dubs. Feels like we're in the Jeffrey Epstein universe.
Acres and hasn't been leased out since.
We're thinking to possibly turn it into a memorial to honor the victims, or as some kind of wildlife sanctuary, perhaps. So that's what we're thinking for that land.
Attorney General
Or burn it to the ground, man. There's probably lost souls. Burn it to the ground. Wipe it off the map and build something new. Everything Epstein touched, man, just get completely rid of it. God damn, not even as a like we keep castles for visitors and for history and purposes and stuff like that, but that gone, eradicated.
Torres' office responding to Garcia Richard hours later with this letter. As we understand it, the allegations appear to be unsubstantiated, it says, going on to say they will work to obtain the original files. Once such information is obtained, our office will review it to determine whether any further action is warranted, and if so, the appropriate next steps.
To my knowledge, no.
The next step is to tear it down and analyze the ground, the soil. Just get it done, man. There's no next steps. They always go with paper and think like hope the people forget it, and a lot of people do. They move on with their life, and I kind of get it. I mean, ignorant people are more happy. Let's be honest. And I sometimes really want to be ignorant so I can be more happy instead of like seeing everything and hearing everything, because sometimes, yeah, reading between the lines is a curse and a gift.
Investigation has taken place thus far. It doesn't sound like anything is going to be taking place very soon.
The commissioner says she's ready to offer all state land for investigation, but can't do anything about the ranch since it's privately owned, bought by new owners and renamed. Aaliyah Chavez.
Bought by new owners and renamed. They probably bought that property like for evidence purposes, and they knew like
WAT Action 7 News.
We asked the U.S. Attorney for a comment. They referred us to the FBI, which declined comment.
Bad look for the U.S. Powers are shifting and things will change. Let's get ready.